Hand clap to the massive guys. We're back again for the second reaction video of this year. Today, Mystelics reaction channel, guys. Big up all the Mystelics YouTube family. I've definitely tuned into another reaction video, and of course, don't come out there. Big up on yourself as well for definitely tuning into another reaction of this year reaction video, guys. If you have not done so, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notification so you can get all the videos as they tend to come through. Click subscribe, click the bell, and then do what? Click all, and you'll be pretty much notified when I drop my videos right there. And of course, guys, the Mystelics family, definitely give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that right there. And then click the thumbs up button. That'll of course help the algorithm of YouTube. Guys, I have to explain this each time because some of you probably just think, hey, click the thumbs up button for what reason? It helps the algorithm of YouTube to push these videos further and further right there. So click the thumbs up button right there in this regard. I would appreciate that right there. Now guys, you've seen something on the screen right there. It's called Surreal Caribbean Dream. And you would think, yes, Dominica finally packages Surreal. I don't know if that is the case or not, but a friend of mine who is in Puerto Rico asked his friend who was living in Dominica to pass through Puerto Rico to bring some Surreal for him from Dominica. Of course, that friend of his went around Dominica, well, not around Dominica, but in Roseau area, trying to find some Surreal, some dried Surreal. You have to dry the stuff before you send it out. He wants some local Caribbean vibe. You know, Puerto Rico is it's in the Caribbean, but it's on another level right there. But he wants some Dominican vibe, from my understanding, right there. And he got him this thing in this regard from Dominica. Well, he got it in Dominica, eh? This is not from Dominica. This is actually from Jamaica right there. As you can see, Jamaica is a sign right there. And you will think that Dominica, does Dominica not have Surreal? That is some of the things that mind boggles me. Does Dominica not have Surreal? To the point where Dominica can then package the Surreal to then distribute outwards. Does Dominica do this? Because apparently his friend was going all over trying to find Surreal for him, and this is what he got. Surreal from Jamaica in Dominica right there. This is what my friend who is in Puerto Rico sent for me, saying that this is what he got in Dominica. His friend got in Dominica, and that's what his friend brought for him right there. It's interesting that we are the nature isle of the Caribbean, and we pride ourselves on being the nature isle of the Caribbean. This is why when people come and they don't really see the nature itself, well, they come, when I'm talking about they don't really see the nature itself, they don't see the fruits and stuff, the factories that are pushing nature, natural aspect, they're not seeing them things at all. But then we consider ourselves to be the nature isle of the Caribbean because we have green bush. What exactly is the nature isle of the Caribbean, guys? What exactly are we priding ourselves? Are we pushing natural herbs to other countries? Are we pushing natural herbs in Dominica? Are we pushing natural fruits out there? What exactly are we doing when it considered to be the nature isle of the Caribbean, where we now have to export? We importing it, you know, then we exporting it, the foreign people thing. And Dominica has Surreal. Guys, what are we doing? What is the government leaders doing? And then you consider they want to come back in as leaders to hey, we're doing great things for you. What are they doing? They're importing Jamaica Surreal into Dominica, and when Dominicans trying to bring Dominica Surreal to Jamaica, they cannot find it, or to other places across to Puerto Rico, wherever, or to America, they can hardly find it. And no, guys, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that these things are not there, you know. I have personally never seen Dominica Surreal packaged like this. Have you guys seen this? Have you guys leave that in the comment box below? But the mere fact he's going around at any point in time, going around to look for Surreal to bring for his friend in Puerto Rico. He left Dominica, and this is what he brought, a Jamaican Surreal that Dominica apparently is selling. So where's our own? We're supposed to have it in abundance. It's not to say it finished. If it finished, how come we have Jamaican thing there? So Jamaica making more Surreal than us in Dominica, so we have to import. Anyways, there's another scenario right there. I just thought I'd bring this out. This is rather interesting for us as nature island people. What exactly? Why do we call ourselves the nature island of the Caribbean? What? Because we are boiling lake, or the places are boiling lake too, you know. They might not be the second largest, but they are boiling lakes too. They are small hot springs. They are these kind of things. Jamaica especially has this kind of things as well. Jamaica have green water, blue water, white water, purple water, all kind of water they have. That is natural based on the sediments of the soil that they have. So why do we consider ourselves to be the nature isle of the Caribbean, and we're not exporting what the nature is, or remedies, or medicines? Dominica can heal the world. Dominica can provide water for the world. They can provide food for the world. They can provide medication for the world. All kinds of things we have, but we're not doing it yet. Still, the government wants to come in and do what? Bribe people, or give people things for them to come, or pay how much truck for them to be making noise in the place. So you think, hey, it's a set of them that for us when they actually paid to do these things. Be mindful out there, you know. When you see those people passing with the truck thinking those people passing for free, they get paid. I was told it was about $23 million they're going to be using to do this campaign. If that be the case, that's a heck of a thing. What do you think? They bring artists down now? They bring them artists down. You don't see no artists this time? No. Rona finished, but no artists reach yet. Okay. So what do you think they're using the $23 million if that is the case for? To pay the local people to make noise, for them to put placards all over the place, plaster the place in red, put all kind of red thing. You don't know where they get in red cloth, you know. They don't know where they get in red cloth, but they have red cloth just dirty in the place. But we don't need that place though. Yet still be importing stuff that we're supposed to be actually exporting. That is I myself, let me leave that alone. Anyways, there's a situation apparently happening in Salisbury. A friend of mine from Texas actually messaged me saying, what's going on in Salisbury? I hear protests and all kind of thing happening and blah blah blah. Well, I'm about to break this down for you guys, but of course you get the sentiment right there. This of course is what was being stated and have been circulating all over the place. This was sent to me a number of times. It is, attention all, it is Roosevelt Scarrett's intention to launch Lindsay Frank. They call her Flirty Lindsay. They calling her on my boy Flirty Lindsay. To launch Lindsay Frank in Salisbury this evening. That's today. Roosevelt Scarrett tried to take the life of the people of Salisbury on December 5th, 2019, because the people of Salisbury exercised their right under the Constitution of Dominica. They actually brought in all kind of magie and throwing tear gas, not just tear gas, expired tear gas. If you notice about the tear gas, you cannot, even police officers all across the world know that if your equipment is thing, you can get sued. This is why I don't understand how they don't sue the government for those things. You had expired. You think you're escaping in that in America, but you're mad. They throw expired gas, tear gas on people. Expired tear gas that can affect people in a negative fashion, and they throw these things on the Salisbury people. Or you should have taken them to court, man. If the government want to take all the money and do things with it, take back some. That is my point of view. He has yet to apologize and accept wrong because of the level of disrespect and lack of empathy demonstrated by Scarrett. The people of Salisbury will not allow this activity to take place in the community. Be warned. That sounds like a very interesting vibe right there. But we're gonna get into the meat of it. Let's see what, as a result of what they have announced. Alleged, because I'm looking to see where the signature is. I don't see no sort of signature there. So yeah, but this of course was circulating, and I'm gonna read it for you guys right there. So there's a press release by the government Labour Party on the cancellation of rally scheduled for Tuesday. That's today right there. I don't see no signature like I said before. This is interesting. But of course, the Dominica Labour Party regrets to inform all Laborites and all Dominicans that include the launching all Dominicans that the launching of the DLP candidate of flirty let me leave that, Lindsay Frank, which was scheduled today, Tuesday, at Salisbury playing field, was cancelled. The DLP is concerned for the safety of the thousands of Dominicans. Which thousands of Dominicans are coming in? Which thousands? This is Salisbury. Salisbury doesn't vote for Labour. Which thousands are they talking about? Anyways, the DLP is concerned for the thousands of Dominicans. In all the previous things, all you don't have thousands of people now. All you don't have thousands, a few hundred people maybe here and there. They're trying to get a little money. They're literally singing in the campaign. They're not listening to the policies, you know. They're singing in the campaign that they want their culotte. Push your hand in your pocket, Scarrett, and pull the culotte out. They don't worry about what you're saying on stage. They want their culotte. That's why they're there. But anyways, he's talking about Salisbury. As in Salisbury going to have a set of thousands of people. Boy, Salisbury doesn't vote for Labour. They doesn't vote for Labour. What is he talking about? Salisbury doesn't vote for Labour. Wait. Anyways, they're trying to launch, Papa. They're trying to make a scenario for us, for the people. Anyways, the DLP is concerned for the safety of these individuals, right? That the claim is going to be there, who will attend the rally to show support for our candidate, Miss Lindsay Frank, and for the Dominica Labour Party. Over the past few days, and more so the last 12 hours, they have received several report threats made at the supporters of the DLP. That is a lie. They are lying, and I'll tell you why in a moment, because I know what. It's me that day. It's Mystelics that day. We will talk about that in a moment. Anyways, we also have information that some elements of the United Workers' Party aided and abetted by the former member of parliament of Salisbury constituency, are planning to take action to prevent labor rights and the Dominicans from participating in our rally in Salisbury. Some of these UWP operatives have confronted our technical team and obstructed them from the preparation of the venue for our rally. From the utterances and the actions of the former MP, he has finally come to the realization that he will no longer be MP for the Salisbury constituency and will therefore no longer be receiving a salary for doing nothing. It was his choice. His choice as a result of no reform, no elections. You guys literally told the people that reform was going to happen. You did not make reform happen and call elections and think that they're supposed to participate in that which you have considered, even though you stated that you would make reform happen. Reform was supposed to happen this month. It's almost the end. The starting phases of reform was supposed to start this month. It is almost the end of November. It is almost the end of November, and we're not hearing nothing. As a result of, we don't hear nothing. There's something rather interesting. I don't know if I have time to do it, but we'll see if I have time, brothers and sisters. We will see. It is very important to this very message that I'm talking about right there. Clearly, his anger is misplaced, and rather than being upset at the DLP and the voters in Salisbury who have made up their mind to vote for this, they haven't. Salisbury doesn't vote for Labour. They don't vote for Labour. Matter of fact, they are one of the lowest DLP. When the DLP people vote, they have one of the lowest turnouts when it comes to voting in Salisbury. So what you mean the people have made up their mind? How can the people made up their mind when the DLP has done absolutely nothing for Salisbury, not just for Salisbury, but for Dominica? Who in their right mind will say, boy, DLP is a good team for me to vote for? We boy, because them people doing good things in the country. Who in their right mind going to say such a thing when they have made the people dependent on them for the new world order that the Prime Minister himself say that the DLP team has been aligned towards, where people who own nothing, their privacy will be non-existent, and they will be happy. They will force them to be happy. Be happy. We give you 2 chicken for the month. That is it. You cannot get free chicken. No. I tell you, no, that is it. That is what's they're planning to happen, you know. But that's not going to happen, guys. Don't worry. That's not going to happen. There's always a thing that you notice in the world where there's ups and downs. For example, I'll give a clear example of what has happened today. When they were shutting down people from free speech, you talk about certain things, they shut you down. You talk about things, they shut you down. And all of a sudden, Elon Musk comes in and just wipes out this whole thing right there. The people that they didn't want to be on Twitter and those kind of things there, because Twitter is one of the biggest social medias that people tend to interact with on a daily basis. When Elon Musk took over, he brought back the people that they took out. So there's always ups and downs when you look at how life is. When you see things are going down the drain, don't worry. There must be some sort of level of brighter day that's going up. Look at, for another example, how they were demasculating men. Where women who come out and tell men that they are not needed in society and all those kind of things. When men have built a society so comfortable for women that women now believe that they don't need men. But in this high side, you have the development of Andrew Tate, people like Jordan Peterson and a number of other people who have come in and realized that the system of this woke movement, especially what took place with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, they believed her for the lies that she told because she was a woman, and then you understand the psyche of this you can't say certain things on YouTube, but you understand that movement, the femme movement, that is a destruction of what is taking place. And you realize now that they're even talking about how weak men are getting because men are no longer men, and when women see men is so emotional, men are becoming emotionally unstable and all those kind of things there. This is very unattractive, and this is why women are moving away. Then you find a shift now. Women are more becoming masculine now, trying to take on these kind of roles that men supposed to have. They are physically built for. That is an interesting scope. Anyways, guys, I'm going I'm going too far. Let me come back, brothers and sisters. It is vital that we understand how things are going in Dominica before they have to try to make you think stupidness. He talking about the people of Salisbury going to vote. Where that happened? That has happened now. Marigot and Salisbury, one of the strongest UWP holes. How you talking about they can change? You see that they like to play with people. The people of Salisbury going to vote for them, and that's true, man. But you have to be a fool to believe that foolishness. The actions of Mr. John and a few UWP operatives in the village of Salisbury are without a doubt to create disruption that could lead to violence the destruction of properties, and even the loss of isn't that what you guys did on 3 occasions? You guys can continue reading this stuff. Let me show the other stuff right there, so you guys can read for the letter that they sent. We apologize to many vendors, the shop owners who have lost the opportunity to generate some. So what about those outside of the campaign? This is the only time they are able to generate revenue. The vendors are the only, when there's campaign, that's the only time they are able to generate revenue. What does that say about you and your leadership of the country? Now you so care about the vendors. You care about the vendors now. Whoever wrote this letter, it seems like the Prime Minister always say this kind of crap. I mean, Mark West, he was lambasting his people on stage the other day when he realized nobody coming and contest. No, Dr. Thompson Fountain. Check out the previous reaction I did, guys. I'll be in the first comment box below. No, Dr. Thompson Fountain, come I hear he's starting to try to lambaste Doctor. You don't rest in place, sir. Up to now, you don't bring no type of policies from my understanding. Labor rights out there who watching my videos. Can you guys tell me what the policies are? Is there any manifesto that has been brought forth? What exactly is going on? Eh? But they're talking about man that in Cassie Bruce, about the jelly man. Jelly man can give you a house. Hey, that is something, guys. Hey, the former MP, they keep talking stupidness. The DLP is a mature organization. But if you're so mature, why didn't you call elections? Come on, you have done so well in Dominica. Your work should speak for itself. You wouldn't even need to campaign. Yet you're paying millions of dollars to go and campaign, when that money could actually be used to help the East. You think the East not in trouble right now? I mean, sometimes you have to use our brain, eh? We shall nonetheless continue our campaign in every village, every part of Salisbury constituency. Whatever that means, the DLP will therefore shift its meeting tonight to Vekas, where the featured speaker shall be political leader of the... Anyways, yes, guys. So you guys see this thing right there. Whoever wrote this, there's no signature on this regard. I don't know what they're talking about there. But let me tell you what actually happened. So the MP, the present MP, what's his name? Hector actually, from my understanding of what took place, went to the campaign to Lindsay's campaign manager and told him that he doesn't think it's right for them to try to come and hold meeting in Salisbury when they literally tried to take the lives of Salisbury people 3 times. There's a tear gas incident. There's when they came in and started in early morning and started doing things, and there was another incident that took place right there. 3 times they tried to harm the Salisbury people for doing what is given to them by what matter of fact. Let me just remind all you something. The Constitution doesn't give people rights. No, it doesn't. The Constitution does not give people rights. I think we have this mistaken. Let me say that again. The Constitution doesn't give people rights. The Constitution reminds those in power of the rights that the people have. It doesn't give people rights. It's written in the Constitution what rights the people have. And thus is a reminder to those who think they can come and overthrow the people or take over the people or just jump on the people's rights. The Constitution doesn't give people rights. It showcases the rights that people already have. Okay? So the people have a right to protest that which they deem isn't right for them. And they came in and do this harm. So on, from my understanding, the PAL rep went to the campaign manager. I was telling the campaign manager he doesn't think it's right for them to come and try to pretend that they care about the Salisbury people when on 3 occasions they try to do them harm. And they have done them harm, not try to, sorry. They have done them harm before. And the Prime Minister has not apologized at all. So if the Prime Minister were to come and apologize for his dirty ways, then they don't have any issue with them coming to hold a rally. But he should apologize, at least apologize for what he has done to the Salisbury people. And look, they're talking about violence and all this kind of craziness there. In the letter, that letter they called they tell the man that they should apologize for what they have done to the Salisbury people, and then they can hold a meeting. So you're so bold-faced to try to come and do the people of Salisbury harm by tear gas, by ammunition. Some people got hurt because they came in the early morning and did hurt to some of the individuals out there. They did hurt to them. And he's telling, well, the Prime Minister them need to apologize for what they have done to the people of Salisbury. And they have done. It's a fact. No apology has been given, yet still you come in and campaign to say, hey guys, we care about you. I mean, how foolish you have to be. That I agree with them. Apologize, and then you can hold your meeting wherever you want to hold your meeting. They're not stopping them from holding their meeting. They are telling them they need to apologize first before they are able to hold their meetings, because they have done wrong to the people of Salisbury. Some of the people were sleeping in their bed, getting all kind of smoking. Boy. And they come into campaign. They come into campaign in Salisbury to pretend like they care about all you. Boy, tell you, boy. Anyways, guys, there's this video. I have enough time, so I can play this one. I had another one, but we'll leave that for another time. I have this one in particular. I want you guys to listen to what is taking place right there. Why it's so important for reform to take place. So important. They have been warning this time and time over time again. Listen to Uncle right there.
You ready? Okay, good afternoon to the nation. Good afternoon to everybody. And we're just a few days away from a general election. And it's just last night, a voters list came out and presented to the people. So you could see your name, where you're voting, where you're not voting. And in looking at the list, which I have in mind right there now.
He has the voters list in his hands. He has the voters list in his hands. To see the names. To see the names. That, you see? That is... Oh. Guys, sometimes I was wondering people. Let me continue.
I'm seeing there's a lot of names that are overseas and that are dead on the list.
So they're not only overseas, but they're dead. I don't know if he's using it synonymously, but there are people overseas and they're not alive, or there are people who are overseas and some people who are dead on this list. That is not supposed to be.
Still. And this is one of the main reasons we are asking Mr.
When this list came out, let's zoom in on that, guys. November 30th, 2022. So that is when they stamp it for. November 30th. Not tomorrow is November 2022 now. But I guess that is when the list coming out.
Mr. Duncan Stowe to push back the election, to at least clean the list.
Let's go back a little.
I'm seeing it that are overseas and that are dead on the list still. And this is one of the main reasons we are asking Mr. Duncan Stowe to push back the election, to at least clean the list, so we can have a clean and free election.
I think that is what the electoral reform was supposed to do. I think first phase was supposed to clear the list. And then you have the re-registration of individuals who are able to do that which they have been given by law to vote.
We don't have a problem in contesting the election, my people, but I think we should have a clean and fair election.
That is how they were able to do all these crimes that they were able to do before. And it's a hell of a thing when you're looking at the justice system to be just. But then the justice system is not just, and you would think, hey, what's going on there? Well, it's not only in Dominica these kind of things happen, you know. If you search online, you can see that the justice system in other countries have also been corrupt and tainted. And then we're talking about being just. I remember there are individuals that a particular judge in the United States, once he saw them at a particular color and whatever thing that they did, they were automatically guilty. And he would send them to jail so that they can be part of their colleagues, the people who are in charge of the prisons and stuff. They could be in charge of that and have them working minimum wage, doing little things, working for the little sorry, that doesn't make sense on the work that you've done because of the prison system. It was about 10 or 15 years later they found out what was going on. Can you imagine the amount of people that was sent No, 5 to 10 years, sorry. Can you imagine the amount of people that was sent to jail innocently? Or for minor things that wouldn't warrant being sentenced, maybe a little charge here or there. These people were in jail for how much years? Because the judge and the prison owner were friends, so they had to let people come inside his prison. Now we have a kind of situation happening in Dominica where treating was literally on the scale. It's very, very, very clear to see treating taking place in your face. Very clear, and they have the people on stage saying, labor, labor. That is part of treating. Where the people who come and influence you to do certain things, that is treating.
And if Labour is so strong, and they are the ones contesting the election with the independent candidates, they have the one who've been running the government for a very long time, and they are the ones right now who's talking about peace, I think they should ask the gentleman to at least clean the list.
You know what I think? I don't think you should clean the list at all. I think that the independent candidates should just stop run. Or you are legitimizing the very elections that Skerrit is holding. Your participation alone legitimizes this election. I understand some of you think, oh, if we do contest, then it's just going to be handed to him. And then they calling, you realize that the Prime Minister is constantly calling for people to come and vote. You guys don't realize what is going on. If there's very little turnout, then this delegitimizes the elections, especially when there is nobody contesting as a result of what the Prime Minister has done. And nobody should run. The independent candidates think that they're doing a wonderful job. I understand the plight that you're saying, but we can't just hand it over. But you're still going to lose. I remember the Prime Minister talking about the jelly man and think, I don't know who the jelly man is. Maybe the jelly man is of wisdom and what have you, and can do something in his community. On the basis maybe he's not able to do these kind of things and he just decided to run, or they probably pay the jelly man to come and run, and they pay him and they pay his thing, and then, you know, to make it seem like a legitimate, you guys have to wake up. I see Munsewe trying to do something and whatnot. All you need to wake up, all you legitimizing this election, all you head hard, all you boy, and all you using Blanchard to help put this kind of thing.
Delayed by 25 days.
Yeah, delayed. You have the opportunity, you have the option to delay it for 25 days.
30 days.
And clean the list.
But the president has the to think that.
Because it didn't take me long to go through it to recognize certain people that die on the list. You understand? Like if we go in
do call them, no?
Yeah, so there's a lot of people that die on the list. There's one lady in particular from Corner Street, which a lot of us young people in Corner Street know, which her name is Maudlin Andrews. This lady used to work.
I think I know her. She used to work at Sunset Bay.
Work with on the police base before in the 90s.
Okay, that is something else.
Who died a while now. And I think it is high time now we get a clean list, my people. And we should talk about that. We should bring in.
What her name doing there still? This is November 30th. This list is supposed to come out. What her name doing there? And she has passed away according to this individual a long time ago. What her name is still doing there? And we want to have free and fair elections.
Information across to the electoral office that we need a clean list for a clean election.
What are your thoughts on this whole situation right there, guys? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. But it's rather interesting, the kind of things that people are not able to. My mind. I tell you, my mind does work like quick. So it's not on the basis of not seeing or being aware. It's the understanding. A number of persons' eyes are open to see. You can see, but if you're not able to understand what you are seeing, it's better you are still blind. Some of us have the gift of seeing, but it's only in the physical thing that we see. We don't understand what we are seeing to comprehend, to make proper decisions. Just like when people see that everything Dominica going down the drain, they're seeing it. But you know, they understand the rum and the parties coming up for campaign. So hey, put my red shirt, let's go and jump up and see. Whoa. And I drink my rum and I go, okay, aha. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts right there. Give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Bye.